Live. All right. How do I get this chat going here? All right. Let me see. It says we are. Let's check the video. Just not optimal. Cool. Okay, we're good. Let's do a screen share. Let's do that. Window. Entire screen. Let's do that. All right. Cool. Cool. Wonder if, no, we don't have anyone in here yet. All right, hold on here. Let's see. Let's go to, we're going to start with the app testnet. I'm just going to sit here and we're going to wait for, see who comes and hangs out. I can't see the viewers. So we're just going to wait for a second. Actually, you know what? Let's go to, I want to do this so I can have it, so I can see what's going on here. Yo, what's up, Flat Earth Underground? How you doing? I really wish I could have, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this out. We're going to just shrink this a little bit. And interesting, the chat doesn't work on that side. So we'll do it like this. Beauty. All right, how can we see that? Yeah, sweet. All right. Right on. Oh, no way. Which one were you watching? And which one? And what'd you think of it? Let's go into ladder strategies. Nice. What's up, Crypto Cliff Notes? Thanks for coming and checking this out, guys. How's everyone's day going so far? Also, Crypto Cliff Notes, is that you want to go over some ladder strategies? Is that what you're asking there? How Pulsechain could refund crypto good video. Hey, I appreciate that. Yo, what's up, Pulse Man? What's up, YB Wash here? Or YB was here, not appreciate the emojis. Thank you. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna do, okay, yeah, let's go over some ladder strategies first here. So I don't have, let's see. So when it comes to the ladder strategies, the way you want to look at the ladder strategy is how far is your time horizon and how much are you willing to delay what you can get out of Hex to get the maximum possible bonus, right? So if we go to, because I have a test, like a dummy wallet here, let's go to go.hex.com and make sure this is the right one. Let's go to connect and let's go to, yeah, let's go here. So if we type in, let's do 30, well, how much is a T-share? Let's do one T-share, 21, 141. Okay, so check this out. Watch what happens. If you are, like, it depends on what you want to do. So what I was trying to say there is, if you want to have income from Hex, then you want to ask yourself, how far in advance do I want, like, because there's a trade-off, right? If you want income from Hex, you're trading off for max payout. So if you aren't staking the longest, you're missing out on the possible gains that you could get from Hex itself. So when you're staking, like Pulseman said, click like, guys. Like the video. If you haven't subbed, please sub. Really appreciate that. I'm going to try to do more streams. I got more videos planned. Lots of cool stuff coming. So, but back into the ladder. So if we're talking the ladders here, it's a trade-off. So you have to be okay with what your strategy is as far as income versus maximum gains, because you're kind of sacrificing a little bit there. So let's take a look at how this works. So if you stake for 365. Your total effective hex. Now, what this means... Now, okay, does everyone in the chat understand what effective hex is when we're on the site here? Does everyone understand what that means? I'm gonna wait for a second to make sure everyone can chime in here. Also, can everyone hear the music in the background too? Hey, thanks, Roof Dog. I really appreciate that. How do I wish I could... Oh, man. I wish I could highlight... Damn. It's not really... That's such a bummer. I wish it was coming through. Here. Yeah, it's weird. I'm trying to... I really wish I could get your guys' comments up. I just don't know how to do it on a restream. Maybe I have to get the full version of it or something. So sorry, guys. I will get that in the future. Okay, Crypto Cliff Notes, you don't know what that... Okay, perfect. So let's go over that real quick. So on go.hex.com/stake, when you're going to make a stake, the effective hex is not a projection of what you will earn. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. It's not a representation of what you're going to earn. Okay, so when you stake, what happens is you essentially burn your hex and they get converted to what's called shares. We don't have to go too complex on this. All you have to think about it is you are getting, when at the time of staking, right, there's this T-share price, and it costs 21,141 to lock in one of those. Now, why that's important is because you get a daily payout rate per T-share, right? So when you get effective hex, the system is saying that, okay, because you had 21,141 hex and you staked for, well, let's go 365 just to make it easier. Because you're staking for a year, we're going to give you the longer pays better bonus of 4,228 hex. That isn't what you get, but will be the number that the system will lock in to pay you at. Okay, so the system itself is seeing this number. So it's your principal here that you have, plus the effective hex is what this number equates to. And the number of hex per day that you get is based off of this number in total, right? So let's go to a bigger number just so you can see more T-shares. So let's go to 65,000 just because it'll be 3 T-shares. Or over 3 T-shares. So now you can see, look, we got 65,000 hex for a year, right? And the system is going to give us a bonus of 13,002 hex on top of our 65,000 stake. So what that means is the system is going to lock in your 3 T-shares, right? Plus it's going to give you a bonus that goes towards what you get paid out of 13,002 hex. So the system is locking you in and paying you for this much hex, even though you only have this much hex, right? Which equals to 3.689 T-shares per day, right? So at the current rates, you'd be getting like 9 T. You'd be getting 6 hex per. Is almost 6 hex per T-share. So times 3, you get 18 plus another 3/4 of that essentially, or 2/3 of that. So you're looking at another 4, so 22 hex per day essentially. Now let's just make sure we're live here. People are still watching. Cool, cool, cool. So is that making sense? I'm not seeing any comments come up here, so I want to stop and just make sure that I'm not going too fast. Is everyone following me here? Crypto Cliff Notes, Roof Dog, Pulse Man, you guys following? Am I making sense? YB Wash, yeah, exactly. So your effective hex, I'll repeat it, just I can't bring the comments up, so I'm going to read the comments as I see them. And again, guys, I will in a future video figure out how to get comments up. It's really annoying actually that I can't. I really want to be able to do that. It's a lot easier to have that going and just have to go back and forth. MJ Money, cool. We just got here. MJ Money, welcome. Okay. Roof Dog's good. All good from Flat Earth Underground. Okay, yeah. YB Wash, you pretty much got it. I'm just going to read it out here. So effective hex essentially is the minimum bonus you get on top of your T-shares. Yes, and that's not what you get paid, but that bonus goes towards what the system will pay you, right? So instead of it paying you for having 65,000 hex, it pays you for having 65,000 hex plus 13,000. So it pays you for 78,000 hex, right? And it's calculated in T-shares. So that means that you get 3.689 T-shares instead of just over 3, right? So you're getting almost over half a T-share. So it'd be like 3.1 T-shares normally get paid at, but you get another half a T-share you're getting paid for over that year. And then as we go to, let's say, a longer stake, let's go now 10 years. So we go I don't even know what that is. How many days is 10 years? 10 years in days. Yeah, exactly. YB Wash. Exactly. Okay, so it's 3652.5. So we'll go 3653. So 3653, 4850, 4841 for the maximum bonus. Yeah, Wake Dog, exactly. And welcome, Wake Dog. And MJ Money. I'm not sure if I said hey to you guys, but welcome. Thanks for checking out the stream. Shares does equal money printers. 3641. I think it's somewhere on there. But look, okay, so check this out. So the longer pays better. You have 65,000 hex that you're putting in. Is it 3841? Let's go a little bit long. Let's just go 4,000 days. See, so we can see where the, okay, this is actually really cool. So check this out. So we're going to go 3,000 and watch. So I want you guys to watch the longer pays better. Okay. Roger Moses, welcome to the stream. Do only whole T-shares count? I have some stakes that are like 1.1 T-shares. I'll answer that question in a minute. I'm just going to quickly go over this and show how the longer pays better works. And we're going to figure out the maximum days or where the bonus stops. So, okay. Right now we're at 3,000 days, and the longer pays better bonus is giving us an effective 107,000 hex. So let's go up another 100. So let's go 3,100. A little bit more, 3,200. A little bit more, 3,300. A little more, 3,400. A little bit more, 3,500. A little bit more, 3,600. Getting there. What about 3,700? Oh, okay. So now we hit 130,000 even. So what happens if we go up? 37. Let's go 3,800. Okay. So the max bonus you get for some, you can see the max bonus you get is around the 36 something days. So 3641, I think it is, as Wake Dog was saying. So 3641. Boom. MJ, yeah, 3641. So this is the minimum. If you want to make the most out of your hex T-shares and get the most money possible, or get the most hex, like print the most possible hex for the shortest amount of time, or get the biggest bonus, you need to stake for 3,641 days minimum. Absolute minimum. So you can see here now, this means that, so how does the 5555 staking work? Okay, so, okay, I'm going to hold up there. I'm just going to explain this. I'm going to go back to where was this Roger's question real quick, and then I'll finish answering the how does the 555 staking work. So this means that you have 65,000 and you don't get 130,000 out of it. That's not how it works, right? So you're getting, the system is calculating that you are staking this much and is paying you at this amount of hex, which equals a total of 9.2 T-shares. And to answer your question, Roger, you will also get paid for 0.223 of a T-share. So you get 9.223 T-shares. So you get just over another quarter of, so you get like 1.5 hex on top of your 45. So yeah, 45 plus, so you get 46.5. What's up, Bobby Hexerod? Welcome to the stream. So you get like 45.6 or 0.5 hex per day at the current rates, right? You're always getting paid as long as there's any number on here, as long as you stake, you're getting paid out. But the number that's paying you for is this number, even if you only staked this number. Is that making sense? Is everyone following me here? If you have any questions about what I'm going over so far, before we get to the 555 staking. Yeah, exactly. So T shares equals trillion shares. So 1 hex is 21,141 shares. And it takes 1 million of those shares in order to make a T share, or a trillion shares, right? So then there's also billion shares, which if you are familiar with Hedron, Hedron pays in billion shares. And we haven't seen anything happen with million shares yet, but essentially that's coming at some point. Shares, exactly. Wake Dog, exactly. Shares equal money printers. 100%. That's exactly what I think about it. And the longer you stake, the bigger that money printer pays, and the bigger the bonus as well. So let's go to that 5555. So now, when the 555, now I'm just going to pause real quick here. If anyone has any questions before we go to the 555, because it's very similar to the 3641 stake. If anyone has any questions, pop them in the chat. And I'm just going to quickly, man, I really wish I could bring up your guys' comments. I appreciate you guys all coming and checking this out. This is dope. This is super cool. All right. Maybe after this, I don't know if you guys would be interested, but we could go to the PulseX testnet, check out some stuff there. If you guys have any questions about that, we could talk PulseX. Or if you guys are currently wanting to talk more about Hex, we can answer some questions there. Just give you guys a second here. Just wait for the chat to catch up. I know I'm sure there's a lot of yeah, Roger, exactly. The T shares are the biggest and best thing about Hex. Hey, thanks, MJ Money. I really appreciate that. You're doing great work, he says. Good job, man. Thanks. And Roger Moses says, I'm even more stoked about T-shares now, as you should be. T-shares are where it's at. And that's the thing is while there's so much hype around Pulse and PulseX at the moment, Hex is still the same thing it's been since day one. Like, they're going to just continue to pay. They're just, especially if you use the system properly, you can get, like, if you compare Hex to an RRSP or what they pay, or like normal investments, if the price of Hex doesn't move from today and you stake for 5555, you will 6 point something, or it's like between 6 and 7x your money if you're staking around 50,000 Hex. So think about that. And that's only 15 years. Only 15 years you can 7x your money. So if you put in, let's go to, but that also assumes that there's an assumption being made in there as well that the payout that's currently happening of around 6 T-share or 6 Hex per day per T-share, that'll stay the same. So in that sense, that's what Hex has the power to do if it stays roughly around there. Plus, if you're getting a copy of that on the Pulse chain, I mean, you're doubling up on that as well. So, and that's not even accounting for any price performance. That's just if it stays the same. That's just literally the amount of Hex tokens that you get is around 6 to 7 times more than what you started with, which is just like, it's crazy. Let me just catch up on some comments here. Wake Dog used the most perfect analogy you could have. Understand it? Yeah, yeah, exactly. The more, yeah, shares equal money. So if you guys haven't seen it, man, I wish I could really put these comments up. This is bugging me. I'm going to figure this out for the next stream. I definitely promise. Payment does not stay the same, mate. Yep, you're right. QC Organic. First of all, welcome to the stream. QC Organics, you're right. Payment does not stay the same, mate. The payment does fluctuate as people stake, or as stakes end, or as people emergency end stake. Exactly, Crypto Clone. Yeah, exactly. So that's a massive assumption that I was just saying, that if it stays the same, but it will fluctuate. So you could get more or a little bit less. Just consider that. But that's just what the system has the power to do over time, right? It's just how good the system is. And that's why it's so important to understand T-shares and what they can do. Because if you are sitting and you have a 15-year stake, like Crypto Cliff Notes was just saying, all of the emergency end stake, basically inflation or the yield, gets divvied up to all of the staker. Well, 50% will go to the OA, and the other 50% goes to all stakers, which is amazing. So, and this is not only a payout, but it's also a hacker prevention mechanism for wrecking the system. You know, if someone comes in and sees a massive stake, the people who are staking get that payout in the OA, which effectively helps the price stay up in when the dumper or when the hacker wants to just dump. So it's a cool little feature that actually Richard wasn't even prepared for that to be, or wasn't intending on that to actually be what the system was supposed to do. So that was just a byproduct of how it worked out, which is amazing. MJ Money, hit the likes, people. Help the algo. Please do, guys. If you haven't liked already, how many likes are we at so far? We're at 25 likes. We got 43 people in here. Let's see here. I think we got 40 people in here. Let's get 40 likes. Maybe we can do 40 likes, eh? Let's try and do that. Appreciate it, guys. Guys, girls, everybody. Awesome, Roofdog Cam. Thank you. Roofdog says, thank you. You've took my understanding to a different level. Man, I am thrilled. I'm glad to see you understand Hex a little bit better already. And there's so much to learn about these things. It's crazy. But Hex is one of the most powerful. And even though, like I was saying, there's so much talk about PulseX and Pulse, Hex is still a beast, and it will be. And we're still in the very early days of Hex as well. If you consider where Hex is in relative to Bitcoin's or even Ethereum's time on the market and what we've done already, like, I'm not saying that we're going to follow in its tracks, but we're so early yet and Hex already has proven itself to be incredibly powerful that I don't see why we get more adoption that more adoption that leads to higher prices over time. You know, no matter what, I can't imagine the price doesn't move up over time. I'm just gonna check up on some comments here. So Gonzo Shop, welcome, or Gonzo Hop. If the bonus stop at 10 years, what's the advantage of staking for 15 years? You are getting more of the inflation, and you're getting, like, it's just, you're limiting the amount of Hex. Like, you can get, like, we'll put it this way. Let's go to stake or hexcalc.com because you can check this out. And like I was saying earlier, hexcalc.net, this is going to give you a static, this is going to give you a very static idea of what you would earn. But let's do that 65,000 for 3641. Let's see how much Hex we're going to get here. So you have you get 235,235. And if we did it for 5555, you would get 398,710. So let's go back to 3641. So check this out. This is important. So we're going to remember this number here. I'm just going to type this into another. We're going to go 2000. Just copy this here and boom, 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 boom. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a scenario where we do the 10-year stake, and then we would stake for 5 years afterwards. So check this out. So 5 years, I think, is like 1095. Is it? 5 years in days. 1826. Wow, way off. Not even close, dude. Okay. So check this out. So remember. Hello. So we had our original number here that we got after 10 years was 235,088 Hex, right? So 71, we get additional 71,000 for a 5-year stake on top of that. So plus this. Okay, so check this out. So here is what you'd get if you did a 15. So to answer your question, Gonzo Hop, here's what you'd get after a 15-year stake. right? So 398,710. And obviously this is just projected as of current values of T-share payouts. So it's not realistic, but the difference between the amount you'll get in these two scenarios is going to be relative, right? So after 15 years of straight staking, you'd have 398,710 hex with your original 75,000 hex or 65,000 hex investment. If you did a 10-year stake and then restake that for 5, you would only get 307,011. You'd be missing out almost 100,000 hex for doing the same thing, but you just decided to cut it off early. Is that making sense? I'm just gonna pause here and read the chat real quick. QC Organic restaking in 10 years for the next 5 years would yield you exactly, and that's the scenario. That's the scenario we just laid out. Wake Dog, hex is meant for long-term gains. Set it and forget it. Then come back later and have your mind blown. Exactly. Flat Earth Underground, lock in your T-share rate rather than having to restake it at a worse rate. Exactly. Roger Moses, perfect answer, QC. Daniel Polk, keep your T-shares printing for 5 years longer because you have the best entry because T-share rate only goes up. Exactly. So that's another thing that we're going to talk about. Always have in mind, stakes are compounding the yield every single year. It's APY, not APR. Wake Dog says also the amount of HDX you get between year 10 and 15 may equal more than the first 10 years of the stake. Math. Good point. Yeah, but BTC could be $50 billion by then. I mean, it could, but I'm not qualified to speak up on that, but I doubt it, is all I'll say. I really doubt it that BTC will go that high. Hex. Oh, I see what you're saying, Wake Dog. Okay, yeah. Also, the amount of hex you get between 10 and 15 year may equal more than the first 10 years of the stake. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 50. We'll see here. Let's see. Whoa. What is going on? Okay, I hope I didn't just rug you guys. Did I? Okay, we're back. Anyway, okay, we're back. Gotta go, man, but I appreciate the words of advice. YB, hey, man, thanks for checking out the stream. I appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one. I'm sure we're going to do more streams like this. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Academaciated? Why is that so hard to say? Academaciated. My man. Academ. I'm just going to call you Academ because I'm struggling. Oh, my God. Afternoon, my friend. Gonzo Hot, wow, thanks for the explanation. I don't understand the math, but looks very impressive. It's a lot to take in, but it's pretty cool to look at and understand what it's capable of doing. And that's that hex number is without the price performance, right? Like this is saying that the prices when this is done in 15 years is the exact same. And look at the difference. Like you've just done this to your money already. And I would doubt if it stays here, honestly. Like it doesn't make sense that it would stay. It'll probably go higher. I mean, I could technically go lower, but like I don't see the scenario where that happens. Caleb says BTC could be 50 million in 15 years, so these numbers don't mean too much. It really could, but if it's $50 million, the problem that you got to see is like, is that because of inflation or is that because of how well it was designed? You know, is Bitcoin worth $50 million and it costs $5,000 to buy a loaf of bread at that point? See, that's the thing, right? Like, I don't know what the actual value will be of Bitcoin or any of these things in 15 years. I mean, we might see it depend because there's like you have the CBDC that's wanting to come out. You have all sorts of there's a lot of things at play that like really could change how all this crypto works and is integrated into life. So, and Bitcoin doesn't have a lot of like, sure, it has 100 million Satoshis per Bitcoin, but it doesn't really like there's not that many Bitcoin itself. There's only 21 million, right? So there's actually potentially a lot less money flow, which could actually inhibit the price over time. And that's all I'll say because I need to formulate more of my thoughts and research to be able to articulate that properly. But that's like that's kind of where my head's at on this. Roof Dog says, smash the like, guys. This content is deserving. I appreciate that. Thank you. And please, guys, smash the like. Smash the like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I got lots of cool stuff coming for you. And yeah, let's keep it going here. All right, let's take a quick break from chat. And let's get back into some stuff. Okay, what do you guys, for all you guys who are here right now, what's everyone looking at for, or what does everyone want to learn at the moment here? You guys want to talk more Hex? You want to talk a little bit more PulseX, Pulsechain? Drop some questions in the chat so I'm not just babbling away. Let's catch up on some comments while we're waiting here. These tokens aren't worth anything on the real liquidity BTC. Could pump out to next by myself. Thought in terms of how to get more BTC. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Like, if you want, it's a difficult conversation, honestly. And I don't really want to get too far into that here because I'm trying to do more of a more base level stream just to get people understanding just the basics of PulseX, Pulsechain, and Hex. So we'll save that one for another day. But I do like this discussion. It's a really cool discussion. Daniel Polk, Bitcoin is the Model T of crypto. We will not touch the exhibit. You could be right. You could be right. I've said that I think Bitcoin is the MySpace of the crypto sphere. It's the OG, but newer tech comes along, and newer tech is usually better. And if it's marketed right, and if people get the right number of eyes on it, then you never know what it could do. It could be the next Facebook or Instagram or whatever will come after that, right? So, and there's always going to be something that's going to be better. But Hex is pretty damn cool, and I think it could do very, very well. Let's see here. Pulsechain, PulseX. Okay, we got a vote for Pulsechain, a vote for PulseX. PulseX, yes. Let's see. Roger Moore. Can't wait to see what third-party tokens are available for staking PLSX. I'll be staking a pile. Absolutely, me too. SRM. So do you have access to the T-share money to pull out any profit? So you will not have any access to that money while it's staked. However, if you go to, let's go to Hedron. Check this bad boy out. So, oh, that's got my actual stakes in it. Uh-oh, I just doxed myself. Oh, weird. Okay, I'm going to lock this up here for a sec. Okay, so, Bobby XR. Oh, I wish I could highlight comments. That's great. Thanks for that. That's funny. I need to laugh. Okay, so to address SRM, he said, so do you have access to the T-share money to pull any profit out? No, you do not have access to those Hex while they're locked up. You do have to wait. However, so Hedron has come out, and wait, is this on the Pulsechain? Interesting. That's a new little thing. I don't know if I've seen that before. The little Pulsechain logo. Cool. So what this is a way to, now you're gonna have to stay. I may have to do this a few times just to make sure that you get the concept properly here. But in Hex, so when we're on this site and we go here and we stake through this website, what's happening is you're interacting directly with the Hex smart contract, and it's locked in there. You can't touch it. But if you go here to Hedron.pro, this is the first, in a sense, layer 2 solution for Hex. So what that means is instead of staking through here directly, you come here and you stake your Hex. So if you go to the DApp, you can connect your wallet. You can actually create an HSI instance, which means a Hedron staking instance. That means that you're coming to this website and you're staking your Hex that you would normally stake here. You're staking it through the Hedron protocol, which is essentially like, okay, if you've got this, what do I have around here? Let's see. Let's do this. Okay, so I want you to imagine want you to imagine that this battery is your hex stake, right? Normally, what happens is if you stake it within the protocol, it locks, like it's just in the protocol. But what Hedron allows you to do is basically stake your hex into the Hedron app, and it wraps it. It completely encases it like this and allows you to move it and pass it to other people, or sell it on OpenSea. Essentially, what this wrapping is essentially creating an NFT, a non-fungible token. So it's a one-of-a-kind, basically token, still on the blockchain, that you can move around and do whatever you want with. You can buy more of them, you can sell them, you can send them to people, and also, and this is where we're getting to here to answer your question. That's what it is, the Pulsechain network, right? Thank you, Daniel. But what it also allows you to do is mint Hedron when you have that staked. So right now, I don't know what the bonus is, but you remember, so just so I'm not going too quickly here, someone just let me know if I'm going too fast or if this is still making sense. SRM, because you answered the question, is this still making sense to you? Before I go too fast here. So like you can think of it just as you're creating an NFT. And you know what? Let's go to OpenSea right now, just so you guys can see exactly what that looks like. And then we'll go to HSI. I wonder if there's HSI on this Hedron. What is the... I've never done this before, so sorry guys. I'm gonna have to try and figure out hex. I don't know. Hedron staking instance. Oh, I can't spell Hedron, that's why. I think I've already tried this, but how do we see the OpenSea stuff? Okay, anyways, so what I'm trying to get at here is you are essentially able to, if you wanted to, you have two ways to cash out of your, or to benefit from your T-shares while you're in a stake. If you stake your hex through Hedron. So the first way is this, see how it says here you have a bonus? Well, what that is referring to is when you stake through Hedron, it locks in, you know how when we were here, okay, so when we're here, let's go to the, oh, it logged me out weird. Okay, so when we're here, you see the T-share rate of 21,141. This is the T-share rate. So the B-share rate would be, so sorry, the T-shares, you get paid for how many number of B shares you get. So if you have 9.223 T shares, you get 9,223 B shares, right? Because a billion is 1,000 times less than a trillion. So you would get paid, let's say you have one T share for however long. You have 1,000 B shares. So you get paid 1,000 Hedron per day for the life of that stake. Now, if you are staking within the next, I think there is going to be 60 days left or something along those lines. We're getting close to the 70-day mark, I believe, because of this bonus. It's a 100-day launch phase, and every 10 days, the bonus gets one less in the amount of the X's or the multiple that the Hedron is given to you at. So when you stake through Hedron, you get, if you're doing it right now, you get, if you have one T share, which is 1,000 B shares, you get 1,000 Hedron, plus you also get a 7x bonus right now for the life of the stake. And how that works is, if we go to the DApp here, when you lock in that 7x bonus, it's like, okay, so you have your base amount of 1,000 Hedron that you're getting per day, right? And you're also getting that base times 7 on top of each other. So it's really right now, it's an 8x bonus, and you get that for the life of the stake. And you have two options that you can do. One is when you stake, there's a function that is called claim, and you can hit that. It's like a very small amount of gas. I think it's like $9 or $10 when I paid for it. Super cheap. And you pay that, and it locks in that bonus for the life of the stake. And you can actually mint those tokens whenever you want. You don't have to do them right now. You can do them in a year from now. You can do them in 2 years at the end of your stake completely. It's up to you. But that's how you would benefit in one way from your T-shares through Hedron. And I'm not going to go into the borrowing function here. I still have a lot of research to do on whether or not I am a fan of that, whether I want to even talk about it, but it is possible. So that is the first, and in my opinion, like pretty much the only and best way to really do it. The second way, which is not great to benefit from your T-shares, is if you're staked through Hedron, you could technically sell your stake. And based on past history and how HEX has performed and how much you're projected to get in HEX in the increased value, you are likely to have, you can sell it for more than it's actually worth. So I hope that's making sense. Also, I'm not seeing anything in the chat here, so I'm not sure if I got someone, if my screen's frozen or what's going on, but let me just refresh here real quick. Okay, good. That's what's going on. Okay, so did that make sense? Does everyone that can hear me, everyone's in the chat right now, does that, are you following? Any questions so far about what I just said? Did I confuse you at any point? D-Hex Essentialist. Yeah, okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't seen anyone in the chat post in a while, so I wasn't sure if like I had some computer issues or something like that. So I went live last night for like a little test stream, just make some tunes and hang out with a bunch of you guys, and my computer was doing some weird stuff and I had to end the stream. So, okay, Roger's got it. It's making sense. Cool. Gonzo Hops got it. Right on. Welcome, D-Hex Essential, by the way. Thanks for checking out the stream. I really, really, really appreciate it. And what are we up to in likes right now? We're up to 51 likes. Awesome. Jimmy X says, hey, man, you're very enjoying your content. Keep it up. I really appreciate that, Jimmy. Thanks so much. And thanks for coming and hanging out with the stream, or in the stream here. All right. Okay, so if you guys don't have any more questions about how to benefit from your T-shares, Rat Trap, welcome. Rat Trap says, hi, everyone, just tuned in. We'll have to replay. Definitely. There's some cool stuff we talked about here in regards to HEX and how to benefit from your T-shares. Also, okay, you know what? I need to say one thing about the Hedron app as well. Something that's really cool is if, for whatever reason, because when you are making a wallet, my understanding of this is, and I'm going to leave it at here because I don't fully understand it enough to break it down to a science for you guys, but my understanding is that if you type your seed phrase into a computer to upload your wallet to a new computer, you are essentially compromising, in a way, your wallet. So what this allows you to do is to make stakes, and you could send them from wallet to wallet if you ever needed to. If you're ever worried that a wallet was compromised, you could move that stake from wallet A to wallet B, and you could even lock it up there. So there's some really cool implications for what Hedron is allowing HEX users to do. It's just a really, really, really cool protocol, and it's locked. It's immutable. There's no admin keys. It's just going to be running. It's exactly like HEX. The founder is not anonymous. He's very open. He does lots of live interviews. He's very active on Twitter. He's in Twitter live spaces. He does a lot of cool stuff, actually. So mad props to him. And I really, really like what Hedron's done so far. I think it's really cool. All right. So let's see here. What were we talking about? What do you guys want to learn about before? It was Pulsechain and PulseX. How's everyone feeling about the PulseX exchange on the testnet? Have you guys tested that out yet? What do you guys think about it? Have you tried the staking pools with PulseX? Have you tried anything on there? What do you guys think? Rocket Big Johnny says, nice. Appreciate that. Glad you're understanding it. Anto says, we are loving your existence on YouTube. Fantastic work. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Anto. And thank you for coming to the stream and checking it out. Same to you, Rocket. Rat Trap says, good idea. I messed up and made 120 small stakes. So pissed. Not enough to claim Hedron. I feel your pain, man. I did a stupid stake as well when I first started for like 3 years with like a dumb amount. It's just a super small amount. And I'm looking at that and it's just sitting there, and I can make that hex in like, it's just such a small amount of time after like buying multiple times now. So it's like, I just wish I didn't do that. But we all learn. We all got to learn the hard way. Pulseman says, Pulsechain raised $1 billion. Ethereum raised $16 million. Is it fair to expect 10,000x in 2 to 5 years for Pulse? How tough will it be for Pulse to grow with all that people waiting for selling for profit? Well, the thing is even if people are selling for profit, see, I think this is the reason why Hex hasn't just plummeted. Because even though we're in like a bear market, or we're in a market where people are not really sure what's going to happen, we don't have many new buyers, the whales aren't really buying up, the value proposition of Hex is still there at the end of the day, right? And those who understand Hex and how powerful it is will buy up everything. So when it comes to Pulsechain, the fact that it's deflationary, there's only so much of it. It has a use case, and we have past performance. So like, there's multiple facets here, right? With Pulsechain's price, we've got Ethereum's performance to reference. We also have the value proposition we already know about. And now here's the big thing. We have the entire ecosystem of Ethereum being moved over and copied. That means all the value, all the tokens, all the NFTs, everything that's already built on Ethereum is at its peak right now. At its peak, I need to repeat that, is being moved over to Pulsechain, right? We're not starting from ground zero and working our way up. We're literally taking something that is like, we're taking the best Ferrari and we're making a copy of it, and we're improving on it in some ways, and we're giving people free gas, free t-shirts, whatever, right? So it depends. It took Ethereum to do about a year to do a 47x. And I mean, it's the difference is we're going to have a lot, like we're going to have a ton of supply right out of the gate, and the burning isn't going to be insanely fast. It is still burning, obviously, and it's burning a lot. 25% per transaction. Plus, I believe there's even more with the base fee burning, that because of the EIP 1559, or the Ethereum improvement proposal that was done last year for Ethereum on all base fees being burned, and the miners only getting the miner tip. There's more to that as well, but that also applies in from what I've learned to Pulse. And so there's going to be a decent amount that's actually going to be burned, but because of the high supply, like, I don't really know how it's going to play out. I expect it to perform well. How much better? I don't really like price predictions too much. It never happens like you'd expect, you know? It almost never does in my experience. So I'd stay away I think it will perform well. I think if you're in Pulse or PulseX or Hex in the next 2 to 5 years, you're going to be very happy with how the tokens have done. So that's my 2 cents on Pulsechain so far. Let me just catch up with the comments real quick here. So Daniel Polk says, the next products we have at our hand are just superior to classic finance. Oh, dude, yeah, 100%. They're just so much better. Can't even compare. Alan Fizame says, or Fizame, I think it's Alan Fizame. I think that's right. I'm sorry if I butchered that. The testnet exchange is beautiful. I go there every day for fun. Have done liquidity providing and PLSX one-sided staking, and I hope to reap those rewards in real life. Yeah, man, I agree. The testnet exchange is amazing. I'm loving the payouts. Oh man, if we get the payouts that are currently in there for PulseX at the moment, I know they won't be. But still, it's pretty cool to see that number go up like that. Loving the background. Thanks, Rat Trap. Hit the likes, everyone. Agreed. If you haven't hit the like already, guys, hit that like button. And if you're enjoying this, I'd love for you to subscribe. I'll be doing more content like this, more live streams. I'll be doing more of the presentation style content that I've been doing. So guys, thank you, and let's keep going. Daniel Pokes is a testnet. I learned again how difficult this impermanent loss is to handle. Impermanent loss is a really interesting one, though. The more I dive into it, maybe we'll save that topic for another time when I can really I want to bring on someone who's really qualified to talk about that, because I don't think I'm there yet, and I don't want to give a false impression of what it is or what it isn't, for that matter. So Bobby Hexelrod says, I think PLS will be slow moving, but hopefully people use liquid loans to extract value without selling the price down. PLSX, however, I think will kick some serious ass with the buy and burn. I agree. I think the best way to utilize Pulsechain is some kind of collateralization. So yeah, like you said, don't sell down the price. But overall, PLSX, it's just nuts. Like, it's crazy. So like, think about it this way, guys. Not as like your daily dose of hopium, but just like, this is the reality of the situation here. If we look at what price does, like if you go to Twitter and you're following the Hex whale bot, I'll open this up here so you guys can see it. Let's go Twitter. You guys, if you're in Hex, follow this. It's really interesting, so you can understand why the price is doing what it's doing. So we'll go to Hex whale. Oh, that's not Hex whale bot. All right. So Hex whale bot will show you every buy and every sell that happens over, I don't know, a couple $100,000. And if you are kind of watching the price of Hex every now and again, you can get an idea for how much these kind of buys impact the price. And if you look at, where's Richard Hart? He had did a tweet, I think it was yesterday, talking about Pulsechain and how much the buy and burn has burnt already. But he does so many tweets. Oh man. So 2.2 billion. Yeah. So this is the tweet here. 2.2 billion PulseX have been burned in 2 days on testnet. So at the prices right now, so let's do 2.2 billion times 0.002 is equal to, oh, come on, to so that's $4.4 million at current prices on testnet in buy pressure. I'm gonna leave that silent for a sec. Like, think about that for a second. And that's in how much? 2 days on testnet, where we're not even live. We don't have the full market in Pulsechain and utilizing the exchange. 2.2 billion. That should blow your freaking mind. Like, what? In 2 days. In 2 days. Where was my thing here? 4.4 million. 4.4 billion. Oh God. It's just nuts. So PulseX is a little more bananas. That's what I'm saying, Jimmy X. Exactly. Imagine when the real daily volume comes in. Like, so Pulsechain is nuts. Like, it's going to perform really, really, really well. But PulseX is a different animal. Doesn't matter which one you're holding. You're going to see incredible gains out of it. I believe. Anyways, you'll be very happy with what happens with your money. I do think PulseX is a different beast. And the thing is, what's crazy. So here's another thing to think about. I think the sentiment that, no, tell me what you guys think here. And I'll come check in the comments here for a sec after this comment. But it seems that there was a lot of sentiment when people were sacrificing for PulseX, that they were going to sacrifice for PulseX and then swap it for Pulse. Now, I don't know if that sentiment has switched. There seems to be a lot more chatter right now around PulseX. So I don't know if people are really thinking that Pulse is still the one they want, but people could be dumping their PulseX for Pulsechain once the bridge happens. So think about that for a second, right? If you've got a lot of people that still don't understand PulseX and they want PLS and they're going to dump their PulseX because they want PLS, and there's only 1 to 2% of supply is going to be actually available in liquidity pools because of the way the automated market maker, the fixer bot, is injecting supply into the liquidity pools. You're going to see potentially an opportunity to get more PulseX. Keep that in mind. That might be a big opportunity. Might be. Speculation, but it's important to consider and watch for. Okay, let me just check in on the comments here real quick here because I've been neglecting you guys, and I am sorry. Let's see here. Jimmy talked about Bobby Hexarod. Nobody's talking about Pulse yet. Imagine when we launch, people start to realize they will want to get in as early as possible. Tokenomics of Pulse and PulseX are deflationary insane. Exactly. It's going to be nuts. Jimmy Axel says design for price appreciation. I really believe that 10,000x and beyond will be very possible. I think that it's definitely possible. I won't be surprised if and when it happens, but you never know what could happen in the meantime. I mean, just global events or anything could happen, right? So it's important to not get too tied up on that expectation, but it's important to know, like I said in one of my videos called the hedonic effect of PulseX and Pulse, knowing that it's going to happen is really important, because if you know what's going to happen, your actions and everything you do follows. So whether PulseX or something hits 10,000x, you're going there anyways, and all your actions are followed, and therefore you're going to be working hard to create something else that's making you money, or you're going to be doing your efforts are towards that. All your goals, all of your efforts are going towards that goal, and that's why you know it's going to happen, because it doesn't matter how it happens, but you're going to get there, right? So that's why that's how I approach it anyways. But great comment. Roger Moses, I think PLSX best growth first 2 years, PLS best growth after that. Good to have both. Absolutely. I think diversity, even in this space, and when I say diversity, it's moderate diversity, because of we're still in the same little ecosystem essentially. But yeah, where was I here? I lost my train of thought. Fizame, let's see here. Roger Moses, Tyrone, welcome to the stream. Would love to see you and K4K do a chat together, Roger. I would love that. That'd be a lot of fun. K4K is the man. He's got so much knowledge in between his ears. It's insane. It's crazy. I'd love to learn from him. Tyrone says, I think PLSX will be a major hot pepper, and it'll be parabolic. I mean, PLS2, but PLSX will be different movement for years to come. I do agree. I think PLS is going to be more of a steady up, and PulseX is going to be kind of the rocket ship. And I don't know if that'll be a permanent thing. I think maybe it'll be temporary. Don't know how that's going to work. There's some factors that I need to think about and be able to articulate better before talking about, but could change over time. We could see it kind of plateau a little bit. Jimmy X says, imagine when the real daily volume. Oh, dude, it's crazy. And the thing is, too, is the real daily volume that we are going to get is, like, if you think about Ethereum's volume on Uniswap V3, right? I think it was like 1.9 billion the other day. Let's go to info.uniswap. So if we go to Uniswap, the volume in 24 hours, right now, we're slow day today. Damn, we're only halfway through the day though. 1.7 billion yesterday, right? So the problem with just relying on Uniswap is that this is just Uniswap's volume, right? So if we take all the volume, there's probably more volume that goes through the entire chain than just this, right? And I'm not going to dig too hard to figure out the exact numbers here, but just food for thought. But think about that for a second, right? There's more volume to be had potentially than just our Uniswap numbers here. So we could see numbers higher. And PulseX's if we get 1 billion volume per day, we're getting $600,000 in buy pressure per day. Hold on, let me think about that, because that's based on, how does that work? I gotta do some math to figure that out. I'm not gonna do that on stream, but the way it works is gonna be insane. But let's keep going on, because I don't want to get too deep into the math here and mess something up. I'll save that for a presentation, and I'll lay that out properly so I can actually articulate myself right and not give you guys any false ideas or just misrepresent something. So Where was he here? Missing something here. Imagine, yeah, daily volume. If anyone has using Chrome browser, make sure you update. Major security update just released. Good to know. I'll definitely look into that. PLSX will break crypto. I think it might. Tyrone says, and that's who actually is testing for. Or hold on, and that's who actually testing it. Some people are waiting for the mainnet, and new users aren't here yet. Exactly. Some people aren't even going into testnet right now, and they do know about it. So like the volume is actually quite down. So, am I bullish? Just a little, maybe a bit. Jimmy X says, if they swap for PLS, I will be there for the PLSX dip. That makes two of us, my friend. That makes two of us. Wake Dog, damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Oh, damn, it does, man. It does. Pulse Man. Also, what about daily volume? When daily volume is 10 billion? Dude, we don't even want to go there, because if we go there, like, you guys are gonna like, we can't have that kind of hopium on here. We're gonna be creating hopium addicts. We can't do that. We got to keep it semi down to earth here, because that's just too much. I can't even think about it because my brain goes to these numbers and I'm like, no. This is too out there. Bobby Hexerod says, I thought I was smart sacking for Pulse and went much harder into PLSX without really understanding. But knew was the native dex for Pulse, and now I'm all giggly like a school. Oh, man. Yeah, you played that well. You played that very well. I think a lot of people that are doing the research are very happy with their PLSX sack. And not necessarily so sad that maybe they didn't sack as much for PLS. You know, the more I learn about it, I missed the Pulse sacrifice, but the more I learn about it, I'm not as worried. You know, I think that between Hex and Pulsechain and Hedron, I think that we're going to be chilling, because, I mean, we're getting the Hedron and the Hex are going to get duplicated to the Pulsechain when the Pulsechain launches. And then PulseX is also going live. So, I mean, like, you got a lot going on there just with that. And then if you had Pulse as well, well, I mean, obviously that's just more is better, but still, I think we'll be fine with just that. Gonzo Hoff says, I have to go, sadly. We'll watch the replay, though. Thanks for everything. Great stream. Hey, appreciate that, Gonzo. Thanks for coming, and I will definitely be seeing you soon, I'm sure. Pulse Man, that would eat all those. That would eat all that selling. I must be really behind or something like that on the stream here. I think I am. I think my lag must be quite... this is low latency. All right, hold on here. Let's go back to Uniswap. Pulse Man, yeah, that would yell selling. I've been getting all my old Discord friends to try PulseX testnet with their free copies. They're sold and they're thirsty for the good. Yeah, tell more people. The more people that come about it, the more they get, the more gains they get, the more gains we get. Momo, welcome to the stream. Thanks for checking it out. You have more likes than people watching. I know. I noticed that, actually. It's crazy. Thank you guys so much. 65 likes and 53 people viewing right now. That's super dope. Super, super dope. All right, hold on. I've messed this up. Let's see here. Magic Carpet Ride. Yeah, Daniel says Magic Carpet Ride. Thanks to Richard Hart. He's the man. Can't thank that guy enough. My Life says Kenneth PulseX. Referring to Kenneth. Is there Kenneth in here? Kenneth PulseX starting price. Oh, can PulseX starting price be $1 just like ApeCoin, or is this not possible? I'm going to say no. I don't think it's really possible, because in order for something like that to happen, like, the price is based on the liquidity pool ratios to what a coin, what the coins are that are paired, what their ratios are, right? So there's a lot of coins that have to move and be sold. Like PulseX would have to have quite a bit less liquidity than it will start with, which probably will happen, but it really depends, you know. I don't think I think we'll likely see anywhere from what the sacrifice rate was to maybe like at an absolute extreme, like, and I'm saying this because I don't think it's going to happen like this. Maybe like 8x, 10x, maybe what the sacrifice phase ended at, maybe. But I'm expecting, so that way I don't get crushed emotionally when I look at all the prices of everything when it first comes out and it's at the actual sacrifice rate. So, and that's what I would recommend expecting. Don't expect anything out of the gate. Just expect the bare minimum price. That way you can't have your dreams crushed. You can only it's only up from there, really. Where was I here? We talked about My Life. Mr. Smith, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for coming. Everyone will be using PulseX exchange. All you do is have to hold and stake. It will moon. I know, it's nuts. All you got to do is stake it in that pool and just chill. And okay, we're going to go to PulseX exchange for a second. So check this out. MetaMask. I'll type this in real quick. Okay, cool. It's the right wallet. Okay, so I'm just going to show this for a second here because I've been messing around with this for a while. So I built up a bunch of PulseX. I staked this yesterday, and I know, okay, now I'm not showing you guys this to be like, holy crap, there's so much money we're going to earn. But what I will say is that for the amount of coins staked in a pool and versus what the APR is in the farms versus the pools, I don't know how the math works on this, to be honest. I've been wanting to figure it out. I don't know who to go to ask and figure out why this is different, but the APR on the PLS staking pool, even though it's less than some of the pools in the farms, seems to pay a lot higher, like a lot higher. And if that's the same as on mainnet, I mean, oh boy, like that's insane to even think about, right? So we'll see though. I'm going to say that it's all speculation at this point. I'm just curious and I just want answers as you guys do. And I'm excited though, because this, if it's something even close to this, pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Left there's hold staking on moon. Yeah. Wit66, welcome to the stream. Thanks for checking it out. Says, yo, bro, keep it up. Your content is awesome. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. My life, can PulseX price be $1 just like ApeCoin? Did I read that? No, I did read that. Sorry. Yeah. I think I answered that for you. Where is he here? Rat Trap. We are getting the Kira airdrop in July. Confirmed. Only people who sacked for Pulsechain. I saw that. I'm sadly not going to get that, but congratulations to everyone who is going to get the airdrop. What I will say though is be careful of airdrops coming to those who sacrifice, because you never know what kind of malicious thing someone could be trying to do. And if you don't know where those coins are or what exactly the protocol is and who it is behind the coins, if you touch them, I mean, we're not necessarily going to compromise your wallet, but you just don't want to mess with things that aren't necessarily vetted and completely safe. So just be careful with these airdrops, guys, because there might be some in the future for PulseX or HEX or whatever. And just do your research before interacting with those tokens is what I'll say. Daniel says, now imagine somebody 80 IQ but following Richard. Buy HEX for 180 days in the AA lobby, then sack some for PLS and PLSX. Use Hedron now to pay for the rent. You just need to be patient, really patient. Exactly. Patience is the key, is the name of this game. What's the thing that I hear Jenkins and Whales Only and all those guys saying? It's not timing the market, it's time in the market. So time is everything. I mean, look at Richard Hart. He got into Bitcoin somewhere around like 2011, something like that. And he sat on his Bitcoin, and I mean, he's obviously doing quite well for himself right now. So, I mean, he's a prime example of how to do crypto. So let's keep going here. July 4th, that's the launch day. Okay, yeah. July 4th. Tyrone says, I plan on just staking PLSX as well and just forgetting about it. Me too, man. Me too. Momo, you got to do a stream with my man, Dollar Cross Crypto. Oh, dude, I'm not worthy. That's some big shoes to fill. I would love to do that. It'd be a lot of fun to meet him. He seems like a super cool guy. Be a lot of fun. I'd be open to streaming with anyone, honestly. Just having discussions like this and just talking are really cool. Just going like a deep dive. I really enjoy it. True, we'll check out the Kira dev. Thanks. Yeah, make sure you're always checking out who the devs are if they're public. Daniel, Kira is I don't even like, I'm not really going to bring it up yet. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm going to kind of cut the Kira talk out from there just because I don't understand it enough. And I don't know if it is something that's safe. And I don't even want to bring it any attention at this point. If I find out anything about it that is good, I know there's some other protocols I have my eye on that are targeting HEX or Pulse or PulseX. And if that ever gets verified or vetted, I'll bring those up. But for now, I'm just going to leave that where it is. Jimmy X says, I decided to stick with Richard Hart. Yeah, me too. That's the point of everything that I'm doing is sticking with Richard Hart projects or projects that are safely and amplify the already existing ecosystem that are vetted and like approved by, not approved, but because like I'm not bending to everyone's beck and whim, but I do agree with a lot of the principles that this ecosystem stands for, and I want to uphold that. So anything that is upholding those principles and values and the type of cryptocurrency ecosystem we're trying to create with the safety and all that, then I will talk about them. But until then, I'm just going to leave those things alone. Excellent information, much appreciated. I can't say this name. Hold on. Academaciated. I know I'm butchering it. I know that's not how you say it. Oh man, excellent information. Much appreciated. Hey, you're very welcome. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out. This is a lot of fun coming and hanging with you guys. Crypto Cliff Note says they can if you approve the transaction. Yes, exactly. Alan, end of April launch date 420 would be great. That would be great. That would be a great 420. Black Eagle says smart man doing so, sticking with Richard. Yeah, you got to be safe out here. There's just too many scams, and like it's just so easy, it seems, to lose your money, that when you find something that is solid, it's probably safest to stick with that and tread very carefully outward into uncharted territory, you know? Daniel says, Richard said it good with what a product needs to be considered. Richard said it's good what a product needs to be considered. Okay, I don't think I understand what you mean there. Alan says, all I know is that we will be wealthy AF in the near future. By the way, my last name is pronounced Fizame. Oh, Fizame. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I was trying. Alan Fizame. Nice. I like that. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be, I think those of us who are in this space and hold are going to be in such a good place in the coming years. Emaciated. Oh my God. Wow, Bobby, I'm so I told you I couldn't. Oh, I swear I'm actually okay at reading. I don't think I've ever seen or heard that word before. I swear. All right. I think I'm caught up on the comments here. What time is it? It's about 2. Okay, I can stream for like a little bit longer here. And then I have to, let's do another, let's go till 2. I got about 2:15, depending on how many people are checking this out. We got 71 people in here. Holy crap. 74 likes. Thank you all so much for coming to the stream. I hope you guys are learning something. If you did, and you haven't already, because we're somehow above, please drop a like. If you are enjoying this and you want to see more of this content and come hang out more and learn, definitely drop a subscribe or a sub. And yeah, we'll be hanging out and doing this more videos like this, and more like I've already posted with the presentation style. So let's keep it going. What do you guys have in the chat that you'd like to look into regards to Pulsechain, PulseX, HEX, the ecosystem? Any questions whatsoever? I'd love to answer some questions for you guys. And while we're waiting, I'll just check in with the chat here. We got a few more messages. Started snowing. Oh, where are you, Roger? Are you where would you even be? That's somewhere in the north, or maybe you're just, I don't know. Where are you, man? Sounds like where I'm from, up in the north. Richard Hart tweeted. Daniel says Richard Hart tweeted to update Chrome immediately. Maybe we need a break. I'm on DuckDuckGo, but that's probably not a bad idea. Let's check that out. What's he say? Let's update everyone live here. So Richard Hart. Also, if you are not currently following Richard Hart on Twitter, if you don't have Twitter, that's fair. But if you do have Twitter, follow him. This is the only place to get all of your updates for PulseX, Pulsechain, HEX, and the entire ecosystem. He's the man. He will talk about anything first and foremost. So let's see what he just posted. Let's see. Update your Chrome immediately. Google has issued an emergency security update for all Chrome users as it confirms the attackers are already exploiting a high severity. Holy crap. Damn. Okay, let's just like Google Chrome. I'm not using Google Chrome though. I don't know how that works. Ontario, Canada. Oh, no way. I don't want to jump around too much here, but All right. So, we'll go till 2. I'll give it another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to log off here, guys, and I will be checking out the Google Chrome update. So just a couple more. Let's just go through the chat here, actually, catch up before we end the stream. Let's see. Yeah, that Chrome update needs to happen. You've heard of 5555 stakes, but does anyone know that anyone that has a 5558 stake? I'm missing something there, my friend. CQ. Oh man, these names. I will butcher your. I'm trying my best. Saku Kamara. So apparently we only stake 10 million PulseX per address or per wallet. It seems like in PulseX, like I have a couple wallets going, and I can stake their addresses basically within my. I have these 2 wallets, and I could do basically 3 if I wanted to. And as long as these, which you create your account here, you click that, it adds it in, and you can add or subtract. So basically you could do this. I could subtract this, and on the other stake I have, I can rip that out, pump it into PulseX, send it to another wallet, get another 10 million PulseX if it's available, or aim for it, I should say, and continue that cycle on and on and on. Now, that's not necessarily a permanent thing. We don't know for sure if that this is going to be a forever limit, but if it is, it's good to have a strategy. It's just good to know what you can do if things are in place in the future, right? Because if it's not, if there's no limit, then you just go ham. You just do your thing, stake as much as you want. But we'll see. Totally depends. Okay, let's see here. Hopefully it's just, where was he? So apparently we can only stake 10 million. We answered that. Siko, also thank you for checking out the stream. I really appreciate it. Dan, I have one 5555 to earn the badge. Attaboy. I'm going to get mine soon. I've been waiting. I have a strategy that I'm implementing here, so I'm waiting. Also made some poor decisions earlier, so I'm also waiting on those decisions to expire. Hopefully that's just testnet, CQ. I hope so, because it would be easier to do. And really, it's so easy to just go in and say, like, new account, like literally just go boom, create account. I got another wallet, So it's like kind of it might prevent. I don't think it would prevent anyone, because really, if it's worth it, anyone's going to put the time and effort into set up like 100 wallets if they have like a ridiculous amount of PulseX, especially if the gains are going to be like they are looking like they are in testnet, which I do doubt, but if they are for whatever reason, I would be doing as many wallets as possible. I don't care how many days of the week it takes me to do it. I mean, my damn full-time job. Where were we here? Rat Trap says, yep, major Chrome security update. Not sure why anyone is even using Chrome if they like their privacy. DuckDuckGo is the best. Agreed. Yeah, DuckDuckGo is my fave. I've been using that for a while. Roger, Ontario, Canada. Cool. I'm actually in BC as well. And I'm sorry to hear you have snow. I guess it's March. I guess most of Canada will still able to get snow, and it's kind of cooler over on that side. Hope all's well on that side in your neck of the woods. Daniel says on Getter too. Right, yeah. Richard Hart is on Getter. I think he's on Getter. I don't have Getter, so I'd have to check that out. Rat Trap, Proton Mail. Yeah, Proton Mail is great. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. My only plan with PLSX rewards, Alan Fiz. Oh man, hold on. Where is it? Fizame. Right. Fizame. Alan Fizame says, my only plan with PulseX rewards, depending on price per day, is to buy Hex every other day and do 15-year stake ladders every 2 days if the rewards are at least $50 a day. Interesting plan. I think you might be better off. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say better off. I think you would want to consider accumulating for a little while and looking at the strategy of doing that, and maybe going to HexCalc, which hexcalc.net. So hexclc.net, and playing around with some ideas, like figuring out what $50 of Hex is worth now, and just playing around with the individual stakes for 15 years and how much you might earn versus, accumulating for a little while and then staking that. But it depends. I mean, I haven't done the calculation, so I don't know exactly how it might be, but it's something to look into. I just weigh your options out before committing to something entirely, just to see if it actually makes the most sense. Anto, I don't know how much about Hex. If you stake Hex, do you get daily rewards, or do you have to wait to the end of your stake to get the principal and the profits all together? So you do have to wait to get the profits entirely. You get paid daily rewards, but you don't see them. But you can watch them, but you can't touch them until the very end. There's a part of the stream I talked about Hedron, and I think it was in the first half of the stream I touched on that. And because I did, and I'm about to end the stream here real quick, I won't touch there, but if you go back and watch, you can find that, and it'll give you the explanation of how you can still extract some value from your Hex stakes if you're planning on staking. If you've already staked, you still have that, but there's a couple extra options if you haven't already staked, so check that out. My Life says, if 10% of Ethereum projects move over to Pulsechain, will Pulsechain price grow and will Ethereum get scared? Not that simple. There's just, if 10% of Ethereum projects move over to Pulsechain, I don't think they'll move over. I think that there'll be kind of some symbiotic relationship between them, where some projects maybe migrate, some projects stay, and some projects kind of bounce off one another, you know? So, but it's all speculation. I mean, I think either way, Pulsechain price will definitely grow. I don't think it's going to, I think we're going to see really good price performance over the next number of years. And I don't think it's going to take too much of like leeching from Ethereum per se. I think we're just going to get that value. And I'm just going to answer these last couple or talk to these last couple comments, and I'll end the stream here. Maybe monthly staking ladder off the rewards. Yeah, monthly staking. This monthly staking ladder though is kind of like it's not really worth it. You're just constantly pushing the T-share price up, and you're making your rewards less and less and less per month. So I wouldn't really recommend it, but maybe I'll do a breakdown of that in a future stream. And last question here: is it okay to stake while down on your investment? I bought at 20 cents, but want to stake now. Man, if look at it this way, if you stake while you're down, you're hedging against your losses because you're earning Hex while you're down. So you're accumulating and slowly increasing against those losses. And then when you go up in price, that stacks on top of what you've already, of the price gains alone, right? So how to play Hex is to stake. If you're just holding it and you don't have a strategy, you're just like sitting there and it's just sitting in your wallet and it's not doing anything. It's just wasting away. You need to put it to use as soon as possible. So about 20 cents, but want to stake now. Yeah. Next stream we'll talk a little bit more about that because that's a really important topic. Okay, guys. Great show, man. Thanks for your time. Appreciate that, Roger. Thanks for coming. Daniel Polk, secure the bonus for your stakes by claiming when the GUI is low. Scott McLaren, thanks for coming at the end of the stream, man. Do the PulseX staking rewards happen immediately or after the bridge? We can talk about that in a different video, but I'm going to end the stream, guys. So Chuck Whitehead, thanks for tuning in. I will get to more of these questions the next stream. Pulse, man, everyone, thank you so much for coming. I had a lot of fun. This is the first stream I've done where I've sat with you guys for a while, answered some questions and just chatted and, gone over how the system outlook is. And I'm really looking forward to future streams. And we got 81 likes. That's amazing. Wow. Thank you, guys. And this is crazy. Everything's just going so well so far. And I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying the content. So let's keep it going. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend from wherever you are, if it's Saturday or Sunday. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.